Hi there, everyone. I'm Michelle.
I'm Jim, and we are
A Tig of Your Own. Welcome to another Motivational Monday.
Let's get motivated.
Woohoo! It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
A little warm.
But
A little
that's
sticky.
okay. A little
That's okay.
sticky.
It's summertime. What you expect?
It is summertime. And there's a different background there.
Yes.
Ooh, why is that?
Because we are not where we normally do this.
We are not. We are.
Several states away.
Yes, we are. We're actually at a conference right now.
Yes.
The International Maxwell Conference.
Yes.
In Orlando, Florida, where we get to hang out with some really cool people, and we get to learn some really cool things.
Yes.
And we have a fabulous time.
Yes.
And believe me, if you've never been to an event with John Maxwell, it's like nothing you've ever done before. It's truly incredible. It's amazing.
Yeah.
How would you explain it?
Incredible and amazing work.
Okay.
I will just second your thoughts there. Yes.
Yeah.
It is an amazing, sometimes transformative experience.
Well, and the focus during this conference is leading the way.
Yes.
And it's about leaders know the way, go the way, and show the way.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So that's what the focus is, and it's tiring.
Yeah.
It can tire you out.
Yes.
And there's so many people and so much stuff going on. It's just it's cool though. So what we want to talk about today has to do with what we're doing here.
Right.
And there's a quote by Jim Rohn who says, "You are," or who said, because Jim Rohn isn't with us anymore.
Okay.
Correct.
I don't know. Is Jim Rohn no longer alive?
That's something we need to look up. But
Yeah.
Jim Rohn once
Regardless.
said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Correct?
Yes.
You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So the point is you need to choose wisely. And who are you spending your time with? And I asked you, who do you want to spend your time with? And what did you say to me?
Millionaires. Because if we're going to be the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with, we're spending the most time with 5 millionaires, then we should be joining their ranks.
That would be lovely.
Yes, it would be lovely.
Now, the cool thing is we had our picture taken with...
We sure did.
with it wasn't 5 million.
Wasn't 5.
It was 3.
It was 3.
Yes. However, that's still a pretty good average.
That's still good.
I'm okay
that's
with
still
that.
Good.
Yeah.
And we're spending the day with a lot of other people who have done quite well.
Yes.
Basically running their own companies, around the idea of leadership, exactly what we're doing.
And the cool thing about being around other Maxwell people, if you ever go through certification and you become a Maxwell Leadership Certified Team Member, is you are around people who add value to other people. That's what the main emphasis is, is adding value.
Right.
Adding value to people, to your community, to organizations that you work with. That is the main emphasis.
Right. That's what they say is we are people of value who value other people and add value to them.
So if that's what you're looking to do, this will be the group who you'd want to be around, which is one of the reasons why we're with them.
Yep.
Is because that's one of the things that we emphasize when we're working with people and with organizations is we want to add value to them.
Right.
And that's what we look for, ways to add value. And so what we want you to all think about is, who are the people who you're currently spending time with? And are they the people who are helping to add value to you? Or are you the one adding value to them? Because there's nothing wrong with adding value to people.
Absolutely not. That's what we do.
Nothing wrong with that. However, if they're not also adding value to you, maybe you need to spend more time with other people who are going to add value.
Right.
To you.
If you're the one in the room that is adding the most value, then you may want to find a different room.
Yeah.
where you've got other folks who are going to be willing to add more value to you as opposed to you constantly adding value to others. So we know people like that, who they're constantly doing things for other folks, and the people that they're helping rarely ever return, to do anything in return. And the problem with that is you have to grow yourself.
Yes.
It's like the idea of we just flew down here. And one of the things when they're doing the safety instructions, as you well know from many years of giving those safety instructions, they always tell you that if the cabin depressurizes, the oxygen masks will drop down. If you have somebody like a child with you, that you put your mask on first before you help the child. Reason being is if you help the child and you pass out in the process, especially if you don't actually get the mask on the child or it doesn't stay on the child, then you're both in trouble.
Yes.
You have to take care of yourself first. You have to make sure that you're okay. Then you can help the others around you. Same thing here with the idea of growth and leading and adding value to people. You have to add value to yourself first before you can be of value to others. And that's a key point that a lot of people miss.
It is.
They don't understand that if you don't have the knowledge, if you don't have the ability, how are you going to tell somebody else? How are you going to instruct them? How are you going to lead them? And so a big part of that is that also means that you need to get around people who are growth minded on a regular basis. And that may mean, attending meetings, going to conferences, starting a group, joining an organization.
Yeah, it may also mean seeking out different groups.
Yes.
And seeking out different people. One of the things I think it's interesting when John Maxwell tells you a lot about his life when you go to the conference, and we've been to many of them.
I don't even know how many at this point.
And you hear different stories. But one of the stories that he talks about is when he was younger, and he was still a pastor. He wanted to get in front of leaders and learn more about them. So he would write letters and he would ask for time with those people. And that's one of the things that you need to do is you need to seek out some of those people who you want to be more like and get in front of them and spend a little bit of time with them and ask them, how did you get here? What's the, and also ask them, who do you know that I should know?
Yeah.
And ask them, what did you do that I need to do? And get into the habit of figuring out, all right, they grew, how can I grow? And learn from other people, because successful people want other people to be successful. And unlike the crabs in the pot of the boiling water who are trying to crawl out and the other crabs pull them down, successful people, good successful people, will reach down and pull you up so that you can be successful too. And that's how leaders are made.
Right.
Is they make other leaders. And so find the other people who are out there, find the people who are successful that you admire, and reach out to them and find out, who do they know that you should know, and what did they do that you should do? Because that's what it's all about.
Right.
It really is. The other thing is, like we said, find groups that will have those people in it. And that may mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be looking at the people who are there in your community. It may be somewhere else.
Right.
And it could be some people, there could be groups in your industry. It could be groups of people who get together socially. There are tons of groups out there.
There are.
Because we belong to lots of them.
Yeah, we do.
But look and find out, where do the successful people that you want to be like hang out?
Right. Yeah. Find those people that you want to be like, the ones you want to emulate, and talk to them.
Yes.
That's one of the things that I see is for most folks, because it's interesting. A thought that I had today when they were talking about, you can't lead and complain at the same time.
Yeah.
And that one really struck me. And I started to say something to you, but it was too noisy and you wouldn't have heard me. But it made me think of those retired people that we see in our area that gather together in the mornings
At McDonald's.
at McDonald's.
Yeah.
We see that at McDonald's restaurants.
And it doesn't
quite
matter
often.
which McDonald's you go to.
No, there's this batch of older people.
Yeah.
They're generally retired. And you can listen to their conversations and they're having the same exact conversations they've been having for years. And there's a lot of complaining going on. It is absolutely amazing how much they complain. And the problem is, I look at them and I think, well, rather than complaining about all of this stuff, you've got time now. Why don't you do something? But they're so used to being around that group of people. They are like the people that they're hanging out with. And that's what they do. And most likely that's all they're going to do for the rest of their lives. I find it amazing. I'm quite sure. And it's a phenomena that I've only seen in our area.
But I think that's because you've only
maybe
gone to McDonald's at, in
in
the mornings.
Could be. It's maybe the same thing at other
the
places.
Thing is, you have to go inside.
Yeah, you have to go inside.
If you go through the drive-thru,
you won't see it.
You'd have no idea.
Yeah, you'll have no idea.
But yeah, Latrobe had a group there. That's where you'd see Half Beard.
Half Beard.
It's in Latrobe. We went to one. It was on the way to Washington. We stopped at a McDonald's and group of people in there, like you said, getting together and complaining. I mean, it's just.
And just for a point of clarification, Half Beard was a guy. I think he must have passed away, but he lived in Latrobe, and he literally, his face, one side was clean shaven, the other side he had this mustache and this long half beard. That's why they called him Half Beard.
Yep. And everybody knew.
Everybody knew. You say Half Beard, everybody knew who you're talking about.
Exactly who you're talking about. So, who is it that you're spending time with? Who can you get in front of that can help you to be more successful and help and reach your goals? And who can you help? Because that's the other side of all this.
Yes.
Is somebody wants you to be part of their 5 people that they're hanging out with. And that's the other cool thing about being here at IMC is people know us.
They do.
And people seek us out and ask us lots of questions and want to know, want us to help them. And that's always something good to happen to you.
Yeah, it's a good sign when people are coming to you and they're asking you questions, and then the fact that I don't know why I'm surprised. I'm always surprised. I guess it's a great thing that I feel like I will forever have this ability to be surprised by things. But we found out today that there's an awful lot of people who remember us speaking on the stage last year. And that was really gratifying because they were telling us how much of an impact it had on them and how wonderful it was. And then our own group, our own committee was asking when we were talking to them last week if we were going to be speaking this time. And we told them, no, not this time, maybe next time. But they were, I think they were hoping that we were going to be speaking because they had such a good time watching us last time. And so that's fun when you realize that you're having this kind of an impact on people.
So think about the 5 people that you want to hang out with. Mm-hmm. Think about the people that you would like to be in their 5 people, and then go do it.
Go hang out with them.
Go. Yeah. Have coffee. Have breakfast at McDonald's, where you can go and not complain about what's going on.
Don't sit with the coffee clutch over there.
But get together with your group and figure out how can you add value to each other and how can you add value to others. And that's the important part.
All right.
So what if they needed help figuring out what those goals are or what success truly looks like?
Well, they could contact us.
They could contact us. And how could they do that?
There's a multitude of ways, and you just put some of them on the screen there. I love that. That's neat.
I love when that happens.
Yeah, they can call us, 412-420-7975. Mm-hmm. We will actually answer the phone, most likely. And if we don't, we'll get back to you soon.
Yes.
Quickly.
Leave a message.
Leave a message. We'll get back to you.
Or you could text us.
But you can talk to us on the phone, so we
Yeah.
can actually have a real conversation like this. Where
What?
we're speaking and we have words coming out of our
It's just
mouth.
crazy talk.
Yeah.
People
and you
do
can-
that?
Yes. And you can convey a lot of information in a hurry.
Yes, you
We
can.
can text. We can text as well. So if you text us, we will see it. We will respond back. You can send us an email, info@atigueofyourown.com.
Yep.
You can go to our website, atigueofyourown.com. We're also on social media. So we're on Facebook. We're on Instagram.
Yep.
We're on LinkedIn. And we're on YouTube. We have our own YouTube channel. And all of these videos that we have recorded for the last, how many years? 4? Is it 4 years?
It's been over 4 years.
Oh, my goodness. They're all on there. And so you can go back and look at the different topics and see what we've been talking about. Also, if you have a topic that you would like for us to explore or discuss, let us know. We'll be happy to talk about it.
All right. I think that's it.
I think I got it all.
Cool beans.
Wow.
All right. So we will see you next week. Have fun. Let us know how we can add value to you. And have an excellent week, everyone.